President George Buchanan then said it would be appropriate for him to say a few words before the congregation was dismissed. In regard to the subject of the proposed monument to the memory of President Brigham Young, this matter had been carefully considered, a committee appointed, and the services of the sculptor secured. It was at first thought that comparatively few would contribute to the fund, but upon more mature consideration the opinion prevailed that this was an undertaking in which probably all the Latter-day Saints would like to engage. It was therefore decided that they should be able to contribute $1 each. It was not expected that contributions should be limited to that amount. Anyone who chose to give more could do so, and it would perhaps become necessary to go beyond the sum named. But it was felt that each of the saints might put in $1. There might be many of the children, too, who would like to add their mite, if not more than a dime or a quarter, so that they might be able to say, "I helped with what little means I possessed towards the fund for the building of that monument." This was a good time to take the matter up in earnest. Judge Elias A. Smith was treasurer of the fund, and the contributions of as many of the saints as could donate during the conference would be gladly accepted. When those present returned home, they could tell their neighbors what was going forward, and they could induce them to help also. In the days to come, everything of this character in which they took part now, every such monument in which our children took part, would be remembered with feelings of gratification. On this account it was well that the subscription should be a general one. This movement had its origins with the authorities of the church. When the proposal was made to them, they heartily approved of it. What was now being done was with their sanction. President Cannon continued, "In my remarks yesterday afternoon, I alluded to Brother John Henry Smith. A member of my family afterwards called my attention to what I had said, and observed that I did not explain myself fully, but that I left myself open to misconstruction. Lest there should be any misapprehension on this point, I wish now to explain what I really meant. What I said was quite clear to myself, though perhaps it was not so clear to some who heard me. It appears to have been thought that we, the First Presidency, told Brother Smith to do what he had done. Now the explanation of this is very simple. John Henry Smith came to the First Presidency when this division on party lines took place, and said to us, 'I am a Republican. I would like to give my voice to my brethren on Republicanism. Can I, being one of the 12, do it? Am I at liberty? Will I be transcending my bounds or doing anything improper?' We told him that we saw no impropriety in his doing this. Now that is what I meant by the remark I made yesterday, and I take this opportunity of explaining it, because I was told by 2 or 3 last evening that they were afraid somebody would put a wrong construction on what I said. I take pleasure in explaining this, though to the First Presidency it was quite plain at the time."